for those just considering this type of work, can you tell me what you do as a project manager or what a project manager does in a cybersecurity space? How does your work fit within the cybersecurity landscape of the company?
Right. So definitely don't be intimidated. As you heard, I have a secretary background, so it's doable.
Yeah.
But what I do on a daily basis, so I manage risk. I look at myself as someone who project manages an organization's risk.
Mm.
I make sure that their uh, critical infrastructure, their critical assets, that infrastructure that's critical to their survival, has security built in, and we try to do that from the beginning. And I manage all the nuances that goes along with that in the particular project that I'm assigned to. Does that help? And you can dig in
absolutely.
further.
Yeah. So you're, when I think of like a project manager, I come from publishing originally. So when I think of a project manager, there's the sort of steps are like, get the author on board, get the manuscript written, get the illustrations found. So this sounds like a similar thing where there's like a lot of different security things that are not, like you said, up to code or not compliant.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sort of like, whereas like the actual sort of security engineering team is like, I don't know where to start or whatever. You're saying, okay, prioritize this, then prioritize this. Is that sort of it?
So, kind of, sort of, almost. So I
Okay.
think of cybersecurity as like medicine. There are
Mm-hmm.
many multiple facets, many specialties. You
Right.
have a heart doctor, eye doctor. So with cybersecurity, there are different areas. I happen to work in right now identity access management. So I'm responsible for managing projects that make sure the various systems that are privileged, those individuals who use those systems and have what I call godlike access, that they are using it appropriately, that they should have that access. And what are they doing when they are using the system? But there are other areas. I mentioned vulnerability management. Systems need to be patched. And we all know that we have certain systems we need to upgrade. We need to install various patches. So project managers manage that, and there's a whole lot that goes into that. Credit cards, the payment card industry. If you're an organization and you accept credit cards, there's a whole caveat of compliance issues and regulations and just a whole bunch of nuances that go along with that. So it's huge, it's varied, and there's auditing. The audit function makes sure that the cybersecurity team is doing what it's supposed to do, or has the proper safeguards in place to secure the infrastructure and those assets I mentioned, so that the organization can thrive and survive, and do ultimately what the business objective is, whatever that may be.
Yeah, that's great. So you're looking at things from every angle in that regard. You're making sure that it not only that it gets done in an appropriate amount of time, but that once it's done, that it was done correctly to spec and everything. Is that right?
Exactly.
New episodes of the Cyberwork podcast are available every Monday at 1 p.m. Central. And don't forget to check out our hands-on training series, Cyberwork Applied. Each week, expert Infosec instructors teach you a new cybersecurity skill and show you how that skill applies to real-world scenarios. Go to infosecinstitute.com/learn to stay up to date on all things cyberwork.